It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CBGs. It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
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 It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV.
Here you go. Hey, welcome back to yet another Gitty Gang Show. I believe this is show number 88. Can you believe that? We might have missed count on
Marty,
one or two
we
in
must
there.
go 88 miles per hour.
Nick Lanciano behind the producer's desk. You can't see him, but he's there, folks. Believe you me. And Glenn Watt, of course, here. I'm glad to be back this week. Ben Giddy Baker. The guys took the helm last week and brought you a good show. I was up in beautiful, but not particularly warm, Bar Harbor, Maine, up on the lovely rocky coast of Maine up there. But it's good to be back. I'd like to tell you that it's warmed up, nice and sunny here in New Hampshire, but that would be a lie, folks. Raining and 47 this morning when I left the house, but good times are coming, I'm sure of it. We've got some good stuff for you today. Going to be talking about and singing some sea shanties, singing and playing sea shanties in preparation for the next songbook that is even now fixing to be finished. We've got some videos. Del Puckett, I saw his name out there. Del, we got a video from him we're going to share with you, a couple other people. And tell you what, it's just good to be here. What you drinking there, Glenn Watt?
Got some tea out of my CBGs Crafter Whip and Cigar Box Nation mug because that's how I do. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, so we're going to start off. I want to talk a little bit, and then we're going to sing the first of our sea shanty songs that we've been working on and preparing for you. Hopefully it comes off. I discovered when I sat down here a little earlier today to rehearse these that my voice wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, so we'll see how these sea shanties go. If you don't know what a sea shanty is, most of you probably do. It is a song, or pretty much all had words that sailors and seafaring people would sing, sometimes accompanied by instruments, but would sing while aboard ship. Some of them were both for aboard and on shore, but a lot of them accompanied the work that took place on the old sailing ships of furling, raising the sails and furling the sails and doing all of the stuff at the capstan and the halyard and all that good stuff. They'd sing these songs that would kind of organize the work. The same concept as the field work songs and the field hollers and stuff. It was to get a group of people moving pretty much in unison to complete a job. And apparently there's a lot of that on a sailing ship. Now, Glenn, not sailing ship, but you worked as a lobsterman for a time, didn't you, on a lobster boat?
Coming out of did not see this coming.
No, I just remembered, to be honest, like, hey, wait! Of the people in this room, one of us has spent time out on the ocean.
It was a good time. Yeah, learned a lot and learned exactly what I don't want to do if I can help myself.
Yeah,
but it's
not easy work.
It's hard work, but every moment of it was I look back on it fondly.
Nice.
Yes.
I was at a pub recently, can't remember which one, but I was sitting next to a guy who is a commercial fisherman, and he was there the next day. They were going out for 8 days out on the salty brine off of New Hampshire. Like, wow, good for you, buddy. I'll be sitting in my chair watching TV.
Tuna?
I don't know.
This time of year? Hard telling, but it is.
I don't follow the seafaring trades like I used to. Sharon, I don't. But anyway, we got a few songs for you. And the sea shanties I've been working on a lot lately in preparation for the new songbook. 39 songs it has ended up being. This is the first draft that I know doesn't look like much. Not very exciting. Blank sheet of paper with some scribbles on it. 39 sea shanties, seafaring songs, songs about the sea, about sailors, all sorts of good stuff. Now, actually, there are two songs in this book that weren't going to be in until Louis LaManna, whose name I think I saw out there, said, "Oh, you're gonna have forget which ones he asked, Blow Ye Winds Hi Ho and the Bonnie Ship the Diamond in there." And I was like, geez, yes, absolutely. So I had to learn them because I'm not, left to my own devices. I'm not necessarily a expert on the sea shanties. Although this area of New Hampshire, I don't know if you know this, every fall there is a maritime folk music festival down in Portsmouth, which I discovered today is organized by a friend of mine, Bruce McIntyre, and there's a bunch of music all over the city. If you've ever been to Portsmouth, you know it's a pretty nice little coastal town here in New Hampshire, and they stand on the street corners and belt out old sea shanties and in the various pubs and bars, so good stuff. Who we got out there?
Got my bakers out there, my Gitty. My Gitty.
Who, I'll tell you what, sorry to interrupt, as I usually do. Ma Gitty is working to take from me the title of Master Mushroom Hunter. She's currently quite a few up on me on morel mushrooms.
That's awesome.
I still haven't found one. She's found baskets full of them.
Do you have Thomas McDonald? It's good to see you. Louis LaManna. LaManna. I got it.
Oh, is it?
Well, I heard him say it the other day in one of his own videos, Louis LaManna. So I'm going with that. Jim
All
Burt,
right.
Roll Tide.
Jim Burt.
Don Baker, Michael Capato, Roger Smith, Max Wienheft, Les Tingley, Dina Mollison. It's a ton of you. Amsey Adams is out there.
Amsey.
Henry Lohman. I'm almost done because I'm not going to bore you to death here. Dell Puckett, Rick Flink, Randy Pepler. Thank you very much for joining us. It's good to see each and every one of you.
Oh, so good.
Is there anybody? May I kind of do this real quick? Is there anybody, Nick, out there and Shaq Collins? Anybody out there in YouTube land?
So far, just Rick Stevens.
Hey,
Land
Rick.
of the Tubes.
Thanks for joining us, man. Hey, Rick, if you have a moment on that YouTube chat section, would you mind just letting us know if you've gone back to see some of the old Gitty Gang videos and the timestamp organization?
Every week.
There you go. Nice.
There you go.
Got that little timestamp organization in the show descriptions now. And hopefully that's helping people find where they'd like to be in the video. But continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's good for other people to talk. So the new Sea Shanties songbook, I hope to have it finished. Still got to do some editing and revising and such, but I hope to have it finished this next week and be available. I know some people, literally fives of people, have been clamoring for this book, so I'm glad to get that done. Almost through now my full list of Irish, Celtic, Scottish songs. 177 total on the list, and I've only got about 25 to go. And then that extensive project will be done. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, buddy.
I wanted to say, if any of you are fans of sea shanties, send us a video of you singing and playing them. We're going to be talking about sea shanties for at least a couple of weeks on here. We call May Maritime Month, and that's all we'll do. We'll sit around and drink grog and sing shanties and furl the mainsail.
Is that happening on the work time?
Swab the poop deck.
Okay. I'll do it.
Swabbing as we speak, sir. All right. So the first song I want to do is it's not one of the oldest of the sea shanties, but it's pretty old. It's a traditional song that was kind of revived in the 1930s. A man named Hugh Roberton published a book entitled Songs of the Isles, Songs of the British Isles. And this was one of them in there about a place. I don't know if it refers to an actual place, kind of a mythical place called Mingulay. This is the Mingulay Boat Song. And I'm playing the Coke Crate 6-string guitar here, nylon strings. Got it capoed on the 3rd fret, just to make it difficult for my friend Glenn here, which puts us in the key of F, effectively.
Yeah, my favorite key.
Why not? Key of love.
Yes.
Always said.
I've always said that.
And here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, and bring her head round into the weather.
from the heather will bring her round, boys, and we'll anchor here the sun that sets on Mingulay Bay. Heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather, and heel yo ho, boys, let her go, boys, we're sailing homeward to Mingulay.
All right, there we go. A little bit of Mingulay, sailing homeward. That's a good one. I personally have not in my life had occasion to spend much time on the ocean. I grew up on Lake Erie, and of course we spend a lot of time boating around there, the northern shore of Ohio and the islands and such. But that's a little different from being out on the ocean for weeks or months at a time on those old sailing ships. Especially a lot of the songs in this Sea Shanties book I've been working on, a number of them are whaling songs about the whaling ships, and they would go for many months at a time. Nick and I will be singing one a cappella here in a little bit about one of the old whaling ships and the men on it. Right near along the coast here, down Mystic, Connecticut, and
Newport, Rhode Island?
Well, all up and down the coast of New England, some of these ports, the whaling ships went out of them, and it was a big trade back in the mid-1800s, right up until they killed nearly all the whales. And then, fortunately, other forms of heating and light, they'd use the whale oil for lanterns and such, and other methods were found. So, all right, we've got our first video for you now. It's about 4.5 minutes long, submitted by our good buddy Del Puckett, who I saw out there a little bit earlier in the show. So hope you enjoy this. Thank you, Del, for sending this. We always appreciate getting videos from you all out there that we can share here on the show. So here's the first one.
Greetings, Gitty Gang. Greetings, Cigar Box Nation. Del Puckett here, and I wanted to take a minute to kind of show you some of my babies. All right, these are guitars that I've built actually for myself. And starting here, this one here has got one of the genuine Cuban boxes here. You can always tell by this logo, this decal, and of course the branding on the back. But this is the one that's got the just intonated fretboard. And this one here sounds awesome. Next is my 4-stringer with the Tom Anderson humbucker that was a carryover from the 1990s. And this guitar here is number 200, made from a Java box. Again, one of my favorites. Moving quickly along, number 4. This one here does not have the back angle. This is back before I discovered that. In fact, this has got a reverse back angle. But this pickup here was salvaged from an Ibanez guitar that I found actually dumpster diving. This is a one-piece oak neck that I painted this god-awful yellow. And of course I had to get fancy with the headstock there. It is a scarf joint. But this guitar sounds amazing. Another one of my favorites. This one here, number 100. Again, this is one of those Cuban boxes. You can tell by the sticker. And this one's just beat up. And a one-piece oak neck. And again, I don't know what happened with this guitar. I just got lucky. When it all came together, it was just amazing sounding. And so I decided that I had to keep it. Now this one here was like a science experiment. I've got a 5-way here that goes in between single coil piezo, piezo microphone, and then microphone. And that microphone diaphragm is from a Shure SM57. And then, of course, I've got blending and bleeder knobs and tone controls and all sorts of different things. I did put the ditto looper in here, and that's what these little holes are for. But again, this thing here is oh yeah, this is a one-piece neck and poplar, and just an amazing cigar box guitar that's not a cigar box. All right, moving quickly along here. One of my most recent, number 225. Again, another Cuban box. This one here's got the square sound holes, and of course the preamp with the 4-band graphic equalizer. This one here's got a mahogany neck with the large dot inlays that are offset, and of course a scarf joint. And last but not least is the undercrown. This one here, number 50. And this box is just a beast. Oh my gosh. Words can't describe. It's like your children, you know what I'm saying? It's like, which one of your children is your favorite? It's like, they're all my favorite. They're all my favorite. So, that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a peek into my little world here, my tool shed. But now it's time to get back to work. So I will see you guys on the internets. Later, Gitty Gang!
Buddy, thanks, Dell. So I'm going to bring Nick up here now from behind the producer's desk up onto the big stage here, and we're going to sing a couple of songs. Maybe you've heard them before, maybe not. Always bringing the hat too. He's got the hat, folks. So thank you, Dell, for sending that video in. We always enjoy them. Welcome. Welcome, Nick. Glenn Watt going behind the producer's desk, folks. This is worry. This is scary. All right. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Ain't no trouble. All right, so the first one we're going to do is one of the wailing songs that I mentioned before. Key of E minor. That's just to get us started. I'm not going to play it the whole time.
Okay.
Life. Oh, I wanted to say hello. I see Janice Wilson Hughes out there and Charles Dustin Aron. Haven't seen you. Haven't seen you out there for a while. Welcome back to the fold there. Do we still take requests? Oh boy, we take requests all day long, buddy. We don't often get to actually doing anything with them, but we'll take them. All right, so it's a damn tough life. I'll wait for
Sorry.
Nick. Suddenly Nick's dead. All right, here we go.
It is.
He's been out on the salt sea for too long. All right, are we ready?
Yes,
all right,
yeah, sorry. All right, ready?
It's a
Damn tough life, full of toil and strife, we whalemen undergo. And we don't give a damn when the gale is done, how hard the winds did blow. 'Cause we're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, with a good ship taut and free. And we don't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale towards our island home. Our mainmast sprung, our whaling done, and we don't have far to roam. 6 hellish months have passed away on the cold Kamchatka Sea. But now we're bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale through the ice and wind and rain. Them coconut fronds, them tropical lands we soon shall see again. Our stunsail booms is carried away, what care we for that sound? A living gale is after us, thank God we're homeward bound. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. How soft the breeze through the island trees, now the ice is far astern. Them native maids, them tropical gays are waiting our return. Even now their big brown eyes look out, hoping some fine day to see. Our baggy sails running for the gales, rolling down to old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui.
That'll get you back home there, won't it? Good old sailing, or
Oh,
whaling
yeah.
song.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine 6 months up in the Arctic Ocean, sailing around,
No.
catching whales, and
No, I've seen Deadliest Catch. I wouldn't want to do that for...
no,
No.
not the life
They
for
get
me.
like a year's worth of pay for being out there where every day is a high chance that they'll die.
Wow. And what, well, that Deadliest Catch, they like getting crabs and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's
right?
crab
The
fishing.
King crabs. Oh, I love me some king crabs. So God bless them for being out there doing the hard work.
We had one out there, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but he's out there in the UK. He said he was out net fishing for... He did net fishing out there off the coast of the UK for a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what key were we going to do all For Me Grog? And I think it was G.
I think it was G.
This is another good old sea shanty / drinking song, which combined two of my more favorite things. All For Me Grog. Now, of course, my good friend Patrick Boyle does a mighty version of this one, but we're going to do our best here at it.
This one's near and dear to my heart. My father-in-law and I sang this at my wedding.
Ah,
And we
a
sang
fine
this
wedding it was.
the whole time we were making all the benches for the wedding. Anyway.
I had to put a new string on my hobo fiddle this morning.
Well, it was the original string on there, wasn't it?
No, they break every so often.
Yeah,
I
know the
play a
windings
good bit
get
of this
messed
one. All right. And it's
All for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. For I spent all me tin with the lassies drinking gin. Arm across the western ocean I must wander. Where is me shirt, me noggin, noggin shirt? It's all gone for beer and tobacco. For the collar is all worn, and the sleeves they all are torn, and the tail is looking out for better weather. And it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. For I spent all me tin with the lassies drinking gin. And across the western ocean I must wander. And where are me boots, me noggin, noggin boots? They're all gone for beer and tobacco. For the uppers are worn out, and the soles are kicked about, and the heels are looking out for better weather. And it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. For I spent all me tin with the lassies drinking gin. And across the western ocean I must wander. Now where is me bed, me noggin, noggin bed? It's all sold for beer and tobacco. And the sheets they were all torn, and the mattress all torn, and the springs they're looking out for better weather. And it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. For I spent all me tin with the lassies drinking gin. For across the western ocean I must wander.
Now this one's a true story. Well, I'm sick in the head, and I haven't been to bed
Since I came ashore with me plunder, I've seen centipedes and snakes, and I'm full of pains and aches, and I think I'll make a path for way out yonder, and it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco, for I spent all me tin with the lassies drinking gin, for across the western ocean I must wander.
I think that's all we got.
Well, it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all gone for beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all me tin with the lassies drinking gin, far across the western ocean I must wander.
Big finish, big finish. All right, well, thanks, Nick. One of these days we got to get dressed up and do some of these. Maybe a sea shanty show or something. Anyway, yeah, some kind of show. All right, so we've got another video for you now from West Thunder, I believe, showing off a amplifier board 6-string. Pretty interesting stuff. Be right back. We back? Hey! Oh boy, that was a short one. Wow.
42 seconds goes quick.
42 seconds. All right, well, we're back, folks. Just in time for everybody's favorite. Now with extra watery.
Aw.
And even more corners.
We've all just won the water.
Oh, wow, that was slick. That was good.
What I miss? I missed
Just won the
something.
watery.
Oh,
That was good.
Lord of mercy.
Kim Naylor Morris, it's good to see you. Who else we got out there? Andreas Dock
Andreas!
from the
Marty.
German coast.
Marty Brophy out there.
Brad Bovula. Good to see y'all, man. So welcome back to Walk Corner. You know the deal. Oh, stick
I know
around.
the
Where are
deal.
you going? Doesn't
Well,
matter. Yeah, hang out. Be
Nobody can see
friendly.
me. I'll just
Or
distract
not,
you.
I don't know. Well, I'll get right into it so that I'm not wasting your time, but I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you who do send in pictures and videos and stories about what it is that you build using CB Gitty parts, because that's how primarily you make it onto or into Walk Corner. There's just so many submissions every single week, it's hard to sift through them all, but I actually picked a couple out of this new thing that we have going on.
Oh, the new thing.
What is this
Meant
new
to
thing?
mention the new thing. Most of you already know about the new thing, but in case you don't.
In case you don't.
What is the new thing?
Friends of CB Gitty.
Yeah, new Facebook group. It's linked to the CB Gitty page, but it's set up as a group so that all of you can post on it. Not just seeing what we post, but posting your own stuff. A lot of people have joined. It's awesome. Good conversations and discussions going on in there. So some of these things, is that now another way
That is another way.
that one can
as it turns
approach
out. Yep.
the Mighty Watt corner? Corner of said Watt?
But it'd be great to see you contribute to that group because we
Yes.
love having you there. So.
Join on in.
Yes.
All right,
All right,
take
good
it
stuff.
away,
Let's-
Watery.
Let's do this. Let us do this. Rusty Taylor, good to see you, sir. All right, so first up, what we have for you today is from our friend J-Dub. Now, if you haven't seen J-Dub's video in the last Gitty Gang show, what? Please go back and watch it because she's towards the end, and if you were to watch the Gitty Gang show on YouTube, not that I'm suggesting that you should leave Facebook, but if you were to watch it on YouTube, you could see the timestamps in the video description and go right to her video. Nonetheless, she plays this beautiful, and plays it beautifully, 4-string cigar box guitar with an offset neck, flat wound pup. She built it herself, plays Wicked Game by, that was awesome. If you could see the things that I see off screen, I would let you know that I'm watching gymnastics. It's hard to keep focused. And she plays beautifully Chris Isaac's Wicked Game. I highly recommend going back to see it. But on the back of said CBG, you can see here, and she just wanted to share this picture with us. And she writes, and I meant to show y'all back, I meant to show y'all the back of my offset CBG from the video. Love the stickers from CB Gitty Craft Supply. And we love, in all sincerity, the fact that you're willing to sport that look. Thank you very much, Janice Wilson Hughes. J-Dub. Next up, we have for you Sue M. And before we get into, here we are with Sue M. Thank you. I just want to also I was saying to Ben shortly before the show, this segment, and that is we're seeing more and more women out there actively showing themselves, being present in these in the communities online, and purchasing and buying and sharing what it is that they build and what they're learning to play. And I feel strongly about people like Janice, who whether it by design, I don't think it's by design, but it by default is spearheading, if you will, the female movement in the cigar box guitar world. So with Janice Wilson Hughes, with Dar Stellabotta, way back going into, there was Diane in Chicago on Cigar Box Nation. There's been several. There's Kat on Cigar Box Nation. So there's plenty of women, but they're often not. And I know there's more that I'm not mentioning. Forgive me. I'm not trying to omit anybody, but I just want to make you aware that it makes us proud and happy and good to see that there are more women out there building, playing, and sharing, out there contributing, and that that everyone else out there is being very welcoming and enthusiastic about their participation. Makes me feel good. So thank you for being out there. Now Sue M is another one of these ladies who are sharing with us, and she writes about this. Here is my first license plate guitar. The plate is what eBay.com calls a novelty license plate, and since I'm half Irish, so to speak, I made my guitar with it. I also have a plate with a Mexican flag on it, her other half of ethnic background, none of my business, and I'll make a guitar out of that one. It's full of Gitty parts. The tailpiece, tuning machines, fret wire, box, and strings are all from CB Gitty. Thank you, Sue. And actually, with this, these images, and please forgive me, Nick, you are welcome to. Thank you. Sue posted also that Roberto Vasquez, if you're out there, I haven't seen it yet. Roberto Vasquez, she was thanking him for posting the inside of the box pics of his guitars in the Friends of CB Gitty Facebook group, which helped her complete this guitar. And that's just, she was giving thanks and gratitude towards somebody for being helpful, and somebody else was mindful enough to be helpful. And that's community, people, and I love seeing it out there. And I actually made a comment on the fretboard that Sue chose for this particular guitar. It's a beautiful poplar fretboard, and she wrote about that in response. I chose that wood because I love the look of it. It's missing an Irish coin. She's talking about the headstock. It's missing an Irish coin that belongs on the headstock. The coin has a harp on it and says Ire, E-I-R-E, forgive me, Ire on it. Thank you, ear. It's a bit like the 2-cent Jenny, which Mr. Ben Giddy Baker used to play quite a bit. And she goes on to say that there's a good bunch of people that are into building cigar box guitars, and that she likes CB Gitty, the site, as well. I love seeing all the fancy builds. So many talented people. I have simple tools and make simple instruments, but it's still fun. They sound great, and it's fun learning how to play them. And I love that mindset. Thank you, Sue. Simple tools, simple instruments. Just build something and have fun with it. And great stuff. So thank you, Sue. I'm glad to see you out there. Next up, we have Trudy C, another lovely lady who's sharing with us. I know the images are tough. Forgive me. I wish, especially if you're on a mobile device, I can make them bigger for you. But Trudy writes in, here's the first cigar box guitar I made. Friends bought me the kit, one of the CB Gitty kits. I love it. She writes that she's hooked and I had to be different, she writes, and I had to carve. And she loves to carve, so she carved her name on it, and you can see the back here, she carved her name in the back of the neck. And personally, Trudy, if you're out there, like, I was too timid. I started with the same kit. That was the first thing I ever built, was with that kit, the 3-string kit, going back 7 years now, 8 years, whatever it's been. And I didn't have the wherewithal to do anything to it that I thought was outside of the directions, fine directions that they are. So I love the fact that, Trudy, you, on your first one especially, you just got right out there and just made it your own. You treated the neck, you carved in the neck and whatnot. Now, Nick, would you mind going back to that first image, just for fun, and minimizing it just a little bit so we can get more of the entire image. Now, Trudy C, if you're out there, I see, it's okay if we can't get it back, no big deal, but I see a Boston Celtics poster there in the background, and Ray Allen, number 20, shooting a jump shot. So I think that's pretty rad, because I used to be a huge Celtics fan when I was on the bandwagon. And it's okay, Nick, no worries. And if you go back to the other image where there was the crow was carved in the back of the neck, I see a Tennessee Titans flag in the background. I want to know what's going on in that household, Trudy C. Tennessee Titans and Boston Celtics. It's a nice mix. But, so thank you, Trudy.
Apparently I can't edit the images on the fly, so.
Yeah, my bad. No, I'm asking too much. And now, next up we have from Dave Gatton. Gatton, G-A-T-T-O-N. It worked, don't worry about it. Dave Gatton, who does this outstanding outstanding CNC work. So Dave Gatton, Gatton, Gatton CNC, he's been buying some CBGs box kits, and been making these beautiful guitars. And of this he writes, and you're welcome, please, to scroll through them as you wish, Nick. You can see the beautiful designs that he's, and on the front of the box kit that he's been buying from us, and on the back he's got Ben Baker. Who is this? Looks a lot like Robert Johnston.
Might be.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful old blues player on the back of that particular guitar. And the next image I think that you can see here, now this is one of the license plate box kits that Dave's been buying from CB Gitty, but he's got a beautiful handmade tailpiece on the back there. You can see a laser cut bridge that he got from us, which I love. And then the next image, also on this license plate box kit that he got from CB Gitty, I believe he's got there we go, we got the 8.5 by 11. And the Blues Man, we got the license box kit, and that's all right. Perhaps I did not put them in the folder. He's also got a wonderful Gadsden flag on the front image of this particular license plate box kit, and I just wanted to really bring up the fact that Dave's doing great work. He's using CB Gitty box kits and making them to the best of his, doing great work for them. You can see that one here. It's got kind of minimized a little bit, which I like. Gives it a different effect. Very nice.
Thanks for calling out my shortcomings all on the air, Glenn.
Huzzah! Is that what I was doing? Okay.
No, I'm just
all right.
teasing you.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm all over the place.
You're good, man.
All right. Now, so thank you very much, Dave. I always love seeing you out there and the contributions you make, and I'm hoping that people see what you build with our box kits and feel inspired to do the same, if not something similar. So thank you very much, Dave. Next up, we have from good friend, stalwart and true, Marty Tauber. Hope you're enjoying retirement, sir, up there in the up there in vacation land, Maine, the way life should be. At least that's what some of the license plates used to read. Now Marty T has been building some 2-string basses from G-bass kits, but he's been using some of his own boxes, I think. Now Marty writes, he has here two 2-string bass guitars going to the Maine Cigar Box Guitar Festival. If you're not familiar with that, I'm surprised, but Maine's got a Cigar Box Guitar Festival, the first ever on June 15th in Naples, Maine. I hope that you can attend, because I will see you there as it's in my backyard. And this guy making noises to my left, that guy, he'll be there, not for performance, but for general friendliness.
Maybe the jam session.
There you go, jam session.
Maybe the open jam.
All right. So, Marty writes in with these the two images that he shared, these 2-string basses, that he has been learning how to play the bass lines for the Gitty Gang Show and Watt Corner. So I am looking forward to hearing those at the Maine Cigar Box Guitar Festival, Marty T, because I'd love to see your their fancy pants work being pressed into use. Good use at that. And got some Wicked Buckers on there I see as well. So pretty rad stuff, Marty. I'm enjoying what you're doing. And now next up here, don't see a lot from Be Friendly Glenn. I'll be friendly.
He's always
Me.
friendly.
I'm just really teasing him. That's all.
We got Randy B. Now check this out. Randy writes in that he's got a wormy butternut strummer. Now you could stop right there and I'm into it, because I just like the butternut strummer and wormy, so it's all good. But Randy Bretz over there in Pennsylvania, doing amazing work. I wish you could see more on your mobile device if that's what you're watching this on. But that fretboard he's got on there is stunning. And he's used some beautiful CB Gitty seal gear tuners up on that thing, and it's a diatonic fretting, it's a short scale, it's a 3-string strummer. It's just, don't see a whole lot of Randy B on this show, but it doesn't mean he's not out there doing amazing work, because he does. If you're not familiar with Randy Bretz, I recommend you checking him out. Does some good stuff. And thank you very much, Randy B, for your support. I appreciate it. And last up, our good man, Rusty Taylor, down there in Georgia, doing the good work. He's got the Georgia Cigar Box Guitar Festival. I think it's the second one coming up at the end of September. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's September
3rd.
What's
It's
that?
at least 3rd.
Third?
Isn't it?
Maybe it's the 3rd.
He'll let us know here shortly.
September 27th and 28th down there in Georgia. And why are you not here? And so, but what he is he just shared this photo with us. And part of the reason I wanted to share it here is not only because he's using that awesome Juke Shack pickups that we've been selling. I don't know if you've tried them yet, but I highly recommend them. They're basically flat mount pups with that little tab on it that you can see, and you can just screw it to the top of your box. You can break off the tab if you want and install it whatever way you want. But as easy as drilling a hole through that tab and slap it on top of your box, they're awesome pickups. pups. And you can also see that Rusty does some really fine work. He's a man who you can tell has an attention to detail, and I think that comes out, and I hope it does, in those beautiful bridges that he builds. He machines his own hardtail bridges, and just does beautiful work. And I'm proud and happy to share what he does here in this group and to support him down in Georgia. So thank you very much, Rusty Taylor. Thank you very much, Randy Bretz, Marty T, Dave Gatton, J Dub, Sue M, and Trudy C, and the rest of you people out there in the world. It's good to see y'all, and thank you. That's been Walk Corner.
That has been Walk Corner.
Yeah. I like
Thank you, Glenn. I gotta say, Randy Bretz, who's butternut wormy strummer build there. It was good to see that in the lineup. I met Randy in person. It's been a number of years ago now at a cigar box guitar gathering down there near his home in Pennsylvania. Ted Crocker put it together. It was the Handmade Music Clubhouse get together back in 2000 and it's been a while. In fact, a lot of the people who were there are no longer all that active in the movement in general. But Randy still is, and it's good to see his work out there. So, what do you know about this next video we've got, Glenn? What?
Well, and I think, I mean, feel free. Nick is the one who received it. And it's an awesome video from Vern and his friend, and they do their version of, I believe it's Dueling Banjos.
Ah, all right, very good.
And they're pretty awesome.
I'll be watching it for the first time with all of you. So Nick will have to turn the volume up so he can hear it here in the studio. I like it. That's good stuff. I like the hats especially. Jimmy G. All right. Well, thank you for that, Vern and pal, Vern and friend. Nice little rendition of Dueling Banjos. Did we try that once?
You and we did, but you and Shane.
That's right. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Yes.
It's always fun to play, especially like out in the woods near a river.
Yes.
Just saying. All right. Well, we've got one more video for you today from Clayton C, showing off a Wolf guitar, I believe.
Yep.
Hopefully next week we'll have a little more organized lineup of the upcoming festivals for you. Rusty and others were good enough to point out that it is in fact the third Georgia International Cigar Box Guitar Festival, and we've got I believe St. Louis coming up and the Northwest one, and the first ever down in North Carolina, I believe, fixing to happen in June. So a lot of good stuff going on.
All on the same weekend. So you're going to be, June 1st, you've got Huntsville.
Oh, yeah,
for their
Huntsville.
15th.
Good Lord.
Yeah, North Carolina for their first, and then downtown Vinny, Mark Alana's up in the Northwest there doing his 5th.
Is that Eugene, Oregon?
Something like that.
Something
Eugene,
like
Oregon.
that.
And I'll tell you what, real quick, I know we got to go to that video. Dar Stellabotta is performing live at, I don't know how you're looking at in Eugene, Oregon, and then down in down in Georgia, and I think in North Carolina. I don't know. She's a performing machine out there. So
somebody said she's in the Netherlands right now. She's on the move. Dar is on the move.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Sorry.
All right, so this last video, and then we've got hopefully a new, slightly different take on the Gitty Gang song for the outro.
Well, it's done. Got it all put together, and sounds pretty good. Took some work to get the action where I wanted it. My stepson's a guitar player, so he helped me with all that, and he thinks it plays pretty well. We'll get some video of him doing some stuff with it tonight, but this was fun. Enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna build more, I think.
Awesome. That's from
Very
Clayton
cool.
C. Yeah, that was his first cigar box guitar using one of our CB Gitty Craft Supply complete DIY 3-string kits, and Clayton C is the one who did the artwork on that. I just thought it was outstanding. So
At first I was like, I don't remember printing that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's cool. That's a cool build. I love seeing people's first builds because always so rightfully proud. You know, that feeling you get that first time you build an instrument. It's been over a decade now for me, but I still feel it when I finish one, that what's it going to sound like, that first strum, that magical moment when something you created out of junk, you know, basically has a voice and makes sound and makes music. It's a wonderful thing. All right, are you ready? There's going to be a little bit of improv in this.
All right.
So E minor and D are the two changes.
Bring it on.
Well, what you gonna do? Let me find the key here. Well, what you gonna do every Friday? What you gonna do every Friday? What you gonna do every Friday? Watch the Gitty Gang Show. Way hey the Gitty Gang, way hey the Gitty Gang, way hey the Gitty Gang, nearly every Friday. Nice. Well, get yourself a stick and some strings. Get yourself a stick and some strings. Get yourself a stick and some strings and shove them through a box. Well, way hey the Gitty Gang, way hey the Gitty Gang, way hey the Gitty Gang, nearly every Friday. Got another verse? I don't. Of course, this is a slight off-take on the old Sea Shanty. Well, what do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, early in the morning. Hey hey the Gitty Gang, way hey the Gitty Gang, way hey the Gitty Gang on Cigar Box Nation TV. Well, that's all we've got for you this week, folks. Thankfully, probably some of you were thinking, we hope to see you again next week. So it's not Memorial Day already next week, is it? It is. Memorial Day weekend coming right up.
Yeah, time flies.
It does, my God. Hopefully it'll feel like it by then. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Good to see all of you out there. And we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye, says Glenn.